Hello and welcome back to NASCAR Evolution. This is part two. Between this part and the last one, I've made a few changes. Like I said I would. I noticed the volume was a bit too loud. I turned that down a tiny bit. I turned the tire wear from 2 to 3, and I changed my spotter to Matt Tiff since he's not actually in the field. And also, I forgot to show who actually won the Daytona 500. It was Denny Hamlin. Jimmy Johnson did not, despite leading the most laps, but pretty normal chase standings right now. But we'll see what happens going into the next two races. We're going to do Atlanta and Las Vegas. Did you know select scenes from those three movies were filmed at Atlanta Motor Speedway? Hmm. Remember when they actually put effort into loading screens? Anyway,
Go, 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 go.
you got Matt Tift, who sounds like a nervous teenager saying these lines, but at least it's not someone actually in the field also spotting for you. Tift is a driver in this game, but he is not in the career mode field, at least for me. I think it actually varies in this game. I could be wrong. Yeah, this is old Atlanta. Just your old, worn-out, boring mile-and-a-half Atlanta. And, yeah, don't really know what's gonna go on here. I think we got P24 in the last race, and we will see where our qualifying effort takes us here. I have done some off-screen, quick races to kind of practice and stuff and get some speed points so I can unlock stuff. But, yeah. Because I don't think this game has cloud saving, I had to, start over. I never really played this game that much anyway, but I do know a fair amount about career mode. I've seen other people play it, and I have played a season or two myself, so, P31 qualifying is good. I assume this is like every heat game, for qualifying it's just overpowered, and again, you can't really hear Rick Allen, so I'm just gonna talk over him. But yeah, you just said this is where the regular season really kicks in. Yes, I agree. It's like Daytona, you don't get a judgment of how good each team actually is. It's really when you get to
The race is going green.
Atlanta or Auto
There's the
Club or
green flag.
wherever the second race is, Vegas, whatever it's gonna be. Or in the case of 2020, the third race, because I wouldn't count the Daytona Road
Car
Course
high.
either.
Car high.
23 laps. Again, we're gonna try to do two races of video, and hopefully they clock in around 30 minutes.
Stay low. Still there.
Yeah, I'm hoping the audio
All
works
clear.
out better this time, because it was a little hard to hear me in the last one. Oh, they're
Still there.
checking up a little bit.
Car high.
I know in the later games, Atlanta is kind of easy. Not super easy, but I think we can get a decent finish. Maybe a
Car
top
high.
20. But we are going to have to pit in this
All
race.
clear. Car low.
Especially if the track destroys your tires like it does in the later heat games. So,
Stay high.
I'm not sure
Still
how many
there.
properties from Heat Evolution made it all the way to Heat 5. But the AI are doing some racing. Look at that. Skinhouse with the 3 wide move, and he's just like,
Stay low.
okay, I'm gonna head
Still
out.
there. You're all clear.
Too bad we can't see who's leading or what's going on behind us or anything like that. Uh, don't know how well we can do on the highest side. At least good enough to pass McMurray, maybe.
Still there.
But doing that, we're gonna
On we
let
go.
everyone else get away. 33.1 that lap. I was racing here in Single player, you can see I got a 30.4, which, since that wasn't, part of recording or whatever, it doesn't matter. I was using the pause glitch. I don't remember if this is one of the tracks where I did. So that 30.4 may or may not be without the pause glitch, but, I don't use custom setups in this game. You could probably go faster with those. I do notice these old Heat games, the field likes to get clumped together. Even in the new ones it kind of happens, but not like this. You have these complete groups of cars. Which means they're going to have draft, but probably means the ones up front are holding up the others. Yeah, it's kind of more like a pack race. We'll see how long there is into caution. We can look at like how... That's the thing that makes the AI interesting in this game. They actively try to pass people. The later ones, they just don't. They don't try to pass people, they just run their line. Even Heat 4 and 5, they only pass each other because they randomly decide to run the top or bottom. In this game, you can tell they're actually trying to pass people.
Scarlet.
Speaking of, it looks like we're gonna have to race Tony.
Still there.
I don't know if we're losing speed or these guys are just getting faster now that we're spread out. I mean, I'm sure we're losing some because the tires are getting a little worn now. 12 laps on fuel. I'm thinking this is a one pit stop race. Not sure how pitting will go in this game. Especially if it's a green flag stop. I kinda hope it's not. In most NASCAR games, like, it's pretty hard to go through a green flag pit stop cycle without the AI causing a caution, so we'll see if that happens, if we get that far. I kind of think that we're going to get a caution pretty soon, but let's just wait and find out. Really good corner here. I think Casey Mears has gained on us a little bit. Hopefully we can gain on these guys, though. I feel like it's in 21st. This is, like, the last year before he started completely popping off. Even in 2016, though, he was winning races, but... this was, like, right when he was starting to become good, and then the next couple years he's just, like, the best driver in the sport for a brief period of time. And now he's gone back to not being as good, but he has built up some stats, so... But here he's more just like a playoff contender guy instead of, oh, I'm winning everything. But it's cool to see how long... Interesting to see, I could say, how long it took Truex to get from where he was to where he is. Still remember the talk of, oh, Front Row Motorsports is shutting down after winning a championship. It's totally NASCAR's fault. It's totally not the team sport management or whatever. I mean, I'm not sure exactly, but I think it was just poor team management. Hey, they went out winners, so... Just this random little team that really never should have won a championship, but they did. Probably one of the biggest team upsets to win a championship. But I wouldn't call the driver an upset champion. Anyway, this somehow became a whole race where we just talked about Martin Truex Jr., so congratulations, I guess, Martin Truex Jr. We have caught up to him in Almirola.
Okay, that's the halfway mark.
Man, my throat is a bit blocked right now. You actually can kind of run along the apron in this game. It won't kill you. At
You're
least
all
in
clear.
arcade mode, it won't.
10 laps to go.
Well, let's not kill Wentworth Jr. We're already down to 10 to go. I don't know when the AI are gonna pit.
Clear high.
I think, if I remember correctly, when they pit, they will signal it by going to like the very bottom of the backstretch. That may not be in this game, but they'll just hang out at the bottom of the track to say like, "Hey, I'm about to pit." Actually, isn't there lines for it? That'll be like the leader's pitting. I know that they'll say there's a wreck in turn whatever, and they took that out in the later ones for whatever reason. Like, people don't talk about it, but there was features in the first two Heat games, nothing major, but stuff that was removed, and stuff that really should have stayed. Like the AI saying, there's a wreck, or the spotter saying, there's a wreck in turn 3. Like, I don't know why they took that out. I'm not sure how that works at road courses, though. You know, this is back when there's only 2, though. To think how many there are now compared to only 2 in 2016, man. Actually, I want to do a quick pause here for a minute. I want to make sure make sure the stream is going well. I want to move my laptop because, alright, I guess I'll explain this. Let me get a drink of water too. So, basically, because I'm disabled, I find it easier to have a laptop actually in my lap, and pretty much all my stuff is on top of me, and I just sit in a recliner and play. But because of that, you know, you're not actually supposed to have a laptop in your lap because if you play games, it'll get pretty hot, like it is right now. So it will burn my legs a little bit, not like an actual burn, but it gets annoying. So even in clothes it's bad, but especially, well, I guess I'll stop there. But
Car ahead is spinning.
man, I did not expect to be choking in this video. I don't know how much of it's getting picked up, but hey, it looks like the AI are pitting. I think we'll go next time. Wait and see if a yellow comes out. But a lot of them are on pit road now. Whoa!
5 laps to go.
What happened to Kurt? I think they're doing the signal now. They're like, hey, we're all gonna run the bottom. And we're suddenly losing a lot of speed, a lot of grip.
Car ahead is spinning.
I mean, we could go a couple more laps, but I don't see a reason to. Let's just follow the boys. Bro, there's no way to go as fast as they are down there. What the heck? No speed limit? No speed limit indicator? There it is. Okay. This should be normal. This game doesn't tell you, like, the number of laps left like it would in the later Heat games. But we are going to lower wedge and increase tape. I always do that. Especially in this game, it should help. And my computer is really hot. Like, even more than normal when gaming. I think this game may not be optimized to the best. But hey, I don't get any lag or anything. Some of the other games I've been recording, I've been getting frame rate lag. I haven't gotten any in this session so far. Though when I was playing Heat 5 and I was recording it as a test yesterday with some friends, it was lagging. It was lagging when I was recording there, but it seems to be fine now. Anyway, we have successfully done green flag pit stops. We might actually do a 23 lap race without any cautions. If Regan Smith will let me by.
2 to go.
I'm still waiting for any NASCAR game where the AI actually acknowledge their lap down and get out of your way. I know they don't always do that IRL, but like they just race normal, and sometimes it's like tough luck getting around them. And the AI really struggle with lapping other AI. Like I'll see that in heat if I'm like losing on people in front, and then they've reached lap traffic, I can easily catch up to them because they're so bad. I mean, look at that. That's Edwards in first. He can't pass David
2
Reagan.
to go.
That literally perfectly explained my point. And also, I'm guessing Edwards hasn't pitted. And or did we take too many tires? Is that what happened? I don't know, but we're gaining on a lot of people. Did we just throw it by taking too many tires? I mean, we are gaining a lot of spots back though.
Clear left.
But it looks like Edwards might be the winner. But I guess 2 versus 4 tires is a massive difference considering I could even outrun the leader. Can we at least get a top 30? That's kind of my goal.
Clear
Oh,
line.
they got stacked up there.
Car left.
Well, that was stupid. So I'm not gonna get a top 30 now.
Clear out.
Made a little mistake with the pit stop there at the end. But we can salvage a few
Still there.
spots. Oh, they're slow here. Oh, drag race.
I will get him
Top
next
30.
time.
Awesome. The lowest speed rating you can get, though. Oof. But I like how this game rewards your points based on how many laps you did, and I wish more games career modes gave you money based on how long the races were. Those winnings are nothing compared to Daytona. Even with the sponsorship, it's not as much as we got at Daytona. Well, we had sponsorships for that race too, I don't know what I'm talking about, but now we can see the race results. Oh, this is back before you could scroll, you had to sit through them all. But yeah, Edwards did win. Oh yeah, so they still had the tweets back then, even though they were just like, they didn't really do anything. Hey, yeah, Hyperdrive 42, congrats on your first NASCAR race. Hashtag welcome to NASCAR. At Dylan Hart Jr. Even though his Twitter is actually at Dell Jr., but whatever. And, so Edwards is 19th even with that win. I guess he had a bad Daytona. And now Jimmy Johnson's the points leader. Can he go for number 7? We will see what happens in race 3. In 2009, Vegas became the only whatever.
Go, 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 go.
You actually can't really get enough time to read those things, which, hey, it's good that the load times are fast, especially considering, NASCAR Heat 5's load times. I always have to turn the mirror on in qualifying. I don't know why, because it literally doesn't matter in qualifying, but it's because, like, when you start a new race, it doesn't say whether your mirror is on or not, but when you go from qualifying to the race, it will say if your mirror is on or not. So I guess I just want to keep it on before the race even begins. And you have Vegas, it's like, none of the walls are colored. I don't know if that's how it actually was back then, but, like, there's no yellow walls at Vegas. It's hard to tell what track you're at. I guess because of how similar the tracks look in this game. I mean, I do see the deserty stuff, I guess, but kind of hard to tell the difference between, like, Atlanta and Vegas and Kansas in this game. And we qualified last. Oh, I hope the AI aren't, like, too hard here. Vegas, baby. Alright. I'm not gonna sit through the cutscene when we can't even hear what he's saying.
There's the green flag.
I think... No. I don't know why he's so much more quiet compared to everything else.
Still there.
I don't think it's the music. Because then we wouldn't hear him at all, right? I don't know. But I have the music off. Which obviously it's like, oh, you turn off game soundtracks to avoid copyright. In this game, I think they're instrumentals. I think they might actually be copyright free, but I'm not taking any chances. But, yeah, it wasn't a 2-Heat 2. They got actual soundtracks. This game is just instrumentals. There's a few good ones, though, honestly. But, yeah, I don't think I would get caught for those, but I'm not taking any chances.
Stay high. Still there. Still there.
So we have to do 19 laps here, a little bit shorter. But also seems like this might be a more difficult race. For all I know, we'll win because of stupid AI pit strategy or something. We're gonna win in our first season, I'm just gonna tell you that now. It may not seem like it, but we will. One way or another, we will.
Still there.
And we may not win. We'll get some good finishes, though. Guaranteed good finishes, unless I'm, like, really stupid.
Stay high. Still there. Car level. All clear.
Because again, I did make a little uh-oh
Still there.
with the pit stop in Atlanta. That kind of hurt me. I don't remember where I was running before the pit stops. Was it like... I don't know.
Hold your line.
Things are a little bit more, contact-y right now.
Hold your line. Still there.
Alright, got a good run.
Car high.
I feel like this race is going by quicker. But still interesting that we didn't get a caution. We did get one at Daytona, right?
All clear.
I think we did.
All clear.
Oh yeah, it was for Edwards, wasn't it? And then, like... Yeah, Edwards, like, got last at Daytona. So... Even though he... So he got last in one race and first in the other. And that's why he's still so low in points. Because there's no stages yet to help you catch up.
Clear high. Car high.
But hey, he is locked into the chase. It's still called the chase at this point, I think.
Clear high.
I'll try to call it that. I mean, I like the chase better than the playoffs, and I still honestly kind of wish we had. If we had to have a playoff format, I wish it was the old one and not the new one. I wish it was 04 format. Because I do think the most points wins format could be kind of boring. But it could also be interesting.
Car high.
But I still don't think the whole championship could come down to one race. Each race needs to add up. But here it's like the last few races matter way more than the first, like, 26. That's not right. It honestly makes me a little less interested. Like, I do like the whole idea of stage points, though, because it's like, oh, this guy's championship hopes were ruined because he blew an engine with 2 to go after leading the whole race, so he gets no points. No, it's good that he got some points for doing good most of the race. even if things didn't work out at the end. But then again, they basically just use the stages as guaranteed cautions, which, I don't know. I guess in a Let's Play context, it would make the races shorter than they currently are, but, it just seems like a way to make sure the field is more bunched up so they can have more entertaining racing and all that. You know, like SRX is like, SRX doesn't even try, they literally throw a caution whenever they want to. The fun flag. When the field is too spread out, they just throw it. They literally do it whenever there's no rhyme or reason. They just throw it so that it doesn't get boring. That is stupid, but like, at least it's not something they added. It's something that's basically always been there. It's still not good, though. And I remember when there was the caution clock. That was only in 2016, right? Or 2017. Because I don't think it was ever in a game. But the trucks had the caution clock. Luckily they removed that. But, people hated that. The thing is, it's better now, but back then in trucks, there were so many crappy drivers that the caution clock didn't really come into play that much. Because the drivers would just wreck that often anyway. But in Cup, we still have some, like... Remember when we had a string of, like, 2 or 3 Richmond races with no natural cautions? Like, you know... Like, I'm glad they didn't go through with that. But it was a prototype for stages. And also, I think this was before we had Xfinity and Truck playoffs. They weren't added until a little bit later. But we don't have those series yet. They will be in the next game. And if we Let's Play NASCAR Heat 2, I will do all 3 series. Well, you have to in that game. But any Heat game I Let's Play, I will do all the series. Some people like to go straight to Cup or skip the Dirt series and the later ones. I don't skip the Dirt series. I'm like one of the few people who doesn't, I think. But again, I talk a lot about the... I almost feel like I talk more about Heat 2 through 5 more than I do Heat Evolution when I'm playing Heat Evolution. Yeah. This has gotten kind of boring. Like, there's almost no cars around me now. There's, like, nothing going on. I think Phoenix will be more interesting, though. We gotta do Phoenix and Auto Club next. I expect more to go on at those, so... Oh, look at that sunshine. Like, I could do shorter races, but this is the shortest you can have cautions with. And I just know if I made it shorter, we would just suddenly have a ton of wrecks. And if I got caught and wanted to, like, tough luck, which I guess I could start the race over because of how short it is, but, like, okay, it's too late to change it now, so... I like to see races get a little spread out, and boy, they do get spread out in this game.
5 laps to go.
Dude, I don't know how the AI got so much worse in, like, Heat 3 compared to, like, this one. Oh, there's our caution. Okay. The AI are not pitting, but my right rear is kind of low. But with the caution laps. Alright, we're gonna stay out. Oh, we have to wait the timer out. And then we got the press A at the end. That's weird. Anyway.
The race is going green.
Look at these wonderful starts. They still don't know how to properly do restarts. I don't know why. Ignition doesn't either. Like, is it really that hard? I don't freaking know. Anyway, I had a terrible shift. Oh, an awful shift. We're gonna lose all of our track position because of that. Because for some reason I shift up way too quickly. Hey, we were still a few spots ahead. I think some people got lapped, maybe.
Car high. Car level.
Now we're suddenly slow. Maybe because we could have pitted,
Last lap.
but we are now gonna get a worse finish than where we
Stay
were.
low.
We
Still
somehow
there.
managed to throw both of the races,
Car
but
high.
like, it doesn't matter too much in the beginning. It really doesn't. Plus, it's not like it's
Still
dead
there.
last, so I'd rather not crunch Mike Lynette into the wall. Ah, the tire wear. I should have pitted, especially if I'd known that I would have started back here anyway.
Stay low. Still there. Car level.
Racing Genica at the end again.
I will get him next
I'm just
time.
gonna deny her and get 35th, which again, that's not last. Another 85 speed rating. We're about to hit level 2 in the thing, I believe. I thought I would. Whatever. Brad wins the race. That's another 8,000. I think we got to do one more race for the next upgrade. Wait, who was the DNF? Chase Elliott, rip. Okay. So yeah, Phoenix and Auto Club next. Auto Club, you can see the prize money starts to increase, probably because we'll have our first upgrade by then. It's almost like the game knows. Anyway, oh, I forgot about this. Great news, we picked up some new secondary sponsors. Check them out and make adjustments in the sponsor menu. So we now have this. So I'm not going to read all that. We have these. I completely forgot about this somehow. Some cool sponsors in here. So we can pick one. Later we'll get more slots, but basically it's kind of like this is better than the incentive contracts. Why didn't they keep this? So each of these is like a challenge. If you meet what it says, you get the extra money. We're gonna go with the top 30 for an extra 1750. We could miss out. It's gonna make a top 30 more important now. And you can change it whenever you want. So if we get to a track where I think we'll do good, then I can up it. But for now, we're gonna set it top 30. But we'll take one last look at the standings. How much money we got? Yeah, not enough to upgrade, but here we can scroll and we can see that Jimmy is still the points leader. Casey Kane is in ninth. Okay. And we have Stenhouse in the playoffs and Menard. Actually, no, Menard is not in because of... Well, no, Menard is still in. Whatever. How is Menard in if he's 16th? Oh, because Edwards is in the top 16. Okay. He did gain some more spots. We're 32nd, so we're beating some people. We're racing right now. Danica 39th, man. But we're racing Mike Lynette, Trevor Bain, and all those. We're losing to a BK racing car. But that's enough rambling. I'm gonna stop it here. Thanks for watching. If you did, leave a thumbs up if you want to support me. And I will see you hopefully in the next one. Thanks for watching, and see ya.